I want you to, I don't know, why don't you start off with what you want to talk about, and then we can just go from there, because I'm pretty sure you probably have a game plan.
I don't.
No?
And
Okay.
I really don't. But I mean, I always have something to say. Um, and I want to talk a little bit about what's going on. But so I have stuff to talk about, but I just wanted to give you the floor first. If there's anything you wanted to ask me specifically, or here, let me show you something really quick, because we're in rehearsal mode.
Okay.
So this is fun. Okay. I don't know if you can see.
There's Jericho. Oh, it's going to be so fun.
It's going to be pretty sick.
Wow.
So yeah, they're all rehearsing, and then in the next room, so I'm at what they call the Beachbody Studio in Van Nuys. In the next room, Autumn and the team is rehearsing 21 Day Fix and 21 Day Fix Extreme, and we're building a set on the other sound stage. So we got it's like Walt Disney Studios here, like it's just a fitness. So it's just going off. Pretty cool. So let me turn this down while they're doing that. I'm just keeping an eye on it to make sure that the rehearsal, because we kicked that off Monday. So really cool stuff going on. But and so I could jump into a whole thing on what's going down and you know how important your team is. Your Monday call was fantastic. You really get it, and I love how you approach a launch. But you know, set me up here. What's going on?
Okay. So speaking of, we have a 10-year anniversary, right? Coming up, or came up, coming 20th.
Which, well, the company Shakeology's 10.
10.
I don't know what date, but I'm going on the call with Isabel and Darren on Monday.
Okay.
To talk about that, and it's really good because we're calling it, kind of like a Marvel. It's Shakeology Origins. So people who wondered, why is this special? Where's it come from? Why is it such a differentiated product in this sea of supplements and shakes and everything? So you're going to hear it from Isabel. Her backstory is outrageous. How she and Darren came together is outrageous. So that's Monday. And so we sort of celebrate the anniversary. Then at the same time, we're obviously kicking off the customer window for Ultimate Portion Fix at the same time.
Well, for me, because I've been here quite a long time now, 8 years, and for me, I've gotten to see the evolution of Beachbody and from the beginning. And I remember being a new coach and nobody knew what superfoods was. Nobody knew what adaptogens were. And I remember just having to explain to people what Shakeology was and kind of help them to understand the benefits of it. And it was such a different playing ground back then, because now everybody's an expert, right? Everybody, is it organic? Where's everything sourced from? Those are not questions that I had back in the day. And the Beachbody has grown so much since I signed up. And I guess I really just want the team to really maybe just hear from you, why they need to understand that we are still just very new and there's still so much evolution to be had, and how I still feel like we're still very new, I still feel like there's so much growth to happen, and we're going so many big places, to see the evolution of social media in the last 5 years, and to help them to see that this is still a ground floor, and that there is still so much growth to be had, and maybe kind of share your enlightenment on that for them so they can kind of wrap their heads around it.
Yeah, well, that's what's funny about it, because we've been doing it so long, but I equate it to sort of the early days of Walmart, okay? So people think that sort of Walmart was always huge, or that it was a foregone conclusion that it would be the number one retailer in the world. But if you read I like to read business biographies. If you read the biography of the autobiography by Sam Walton, the founder, it was trailing, nobody expected this little company out of the Midwest to ever be as big as Target or Kmart or Sears, who were running the table on retailing. And this little company was just ferociously ambitious about paying attention to details and understanding the evolution of discount retailing. So how that equates to us, 10 years ago or so, 12 years ago, we launched this network, which was a observation of the direct marketing business, that it's one thing to sell a product. It's a whole other thing to get somebody to do it, to influence somebody to do it and have them then see it through. And that's where this idea of creating a network happened, peer-to-peer, where our customers will become our best influencers or our best spokespeople, because they have a belief in the product. And so, because we had data that said that 50% of the people who bought our products never did it. So, like, that was not a good business model. That's what they call a scorched earth business model, because you leave half the people are just like not satisfied. So we said, let's create this network marketing business. Now, that's 12 years ago. And over the course of time, as it relates to network marketing, we have become one of the fastest growing and most dominant network marketing companies in North America. Most other companies, their growth comes from China, Europe, or going south into South America. That's where their big growth comes from. But here's what's so different. We are transcending network marketing. So while it is definitely still this multi-level compensation system, it is far more the Uberification, they call it, or gig economy of a sharing economy, where kind of like an Airbnb, where you've got people who want to get results and people who want to get results by sharing their experience. That's I want to get a room on Airbnb, or I want to host people, or I want to list a room. For us, it's I want to join a group and with these programs so that I finally get results that I've been looking for, or I want to start a group. That is the sharing economy that we are creating. So here we are. And as you might have seen on the roundtable this weekend, I know you commented, I'm really trying to understand on a more deeper level how the group, how groups are managed, how people put groups together, what the essence of free groups versus paid groups can be. And we are definitely seeing that this idea of groups and coaches leading groups and moving people from a free group or an information group into a paid group is sort of recreating this a warm market for people and creating community so that people actually do the program when they step up all the way. Meaning, we got 1.6 million members of Beachbody On Demand, 350,000 coaches. That is a great petri dish out of the 220 million adults in North America. But that's 220 adults, over 66% of which are overweight or obese. So we haven't reached them yet. So when you talk about ground floor, the work that you are doing right now, literally right now, to inform people about the importance of nutrition, combined with fitness, combined with a daily dose of dense nutrition to help people like me get a dose of vegetables finally in their diet, is like we're seeing it work for tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people. But it's time for us to add zeros to that. We don't want to have 1.5 million people in Beachbody On Demand, 350,000 coaches. I want 15 million people in Beachbody On Demand and 3.5 million coaches serving those people. Those ratios work. Here's how we know there is massive growth potential. And if you're wondering if you can make money with this business, if you're wondering, maybe it'll work for me, look, it's not just going to happen to you. You have to happen to it. Right now, with Ultimate Portion Fix, you either have to get out there, be talking to people, be inviting people into this movement, into the concept of the discipline of portion control, or you're just going to be sitting on the outside watching a wave go by. Did you ever see people surf? I surf. I'm on the West Coast. I'll go surf. And there are people who are constantly waiting for the perfect wave. And they will catch one wave a day. Meanwhile, I'm out there. I catch every single little wave I can ride, as long as I'm respecting the lineup, as they call it, but I'll get 18 waves in the day because I don't overjudge each wave. I just ride the waves. You want to become a great surfer, you got to surf each wave. You want to be a coach who makes money with this business, you have got to ride each launch. That's why certification is so business. I've been on coach calls all morning, particularly with even people on your team. I spoke to, is Amy Grasso on your team, or is it, no, it's, I spoke to Ashley Feldstein.
She's not on our team, but we work together.
Okay. She's not on your team?
No. I think she's Pat Reelman's downline. Got it.
Okay. So, Katie Schulte's on your team?
Pat Reelman's downline.
Got it. Okay, got it. All right. So, because in my notes here I had that, but are you part of? Do I have Moira's team here too, or
Moira's here? Yeah.
Okay. So this is why I got a little bit of a mashup. So in speaking to them, like they're getting people certified. Even these are coaches on their team. They got 3 people in the top 10 right now. And I said, how on earth, where did you come from that you are now in the top 10? She said, you might not believe this, but first off, I was a container person, lost 55 pounds with the containers and 21-day fix. But once I started the certification, my whole business leveled up. I started talking to people with a different swagger, a different demeanor. I didn't have to apologize for being called a coach, even though I had no certification, because now she's a master coach. She said everything changed. So she's got, Amy, who I spoke to, she's got 1,200 people waiting in an info group for March 18th. Can you imagine that? 1,200 people tapping their desks like, when is this thing going to be available? Because I want into this. She's not moving them right into be a coach. She's moving them into the 18th so that they're going to learn the program, and then April 1st, I'll do 21-day fix when it goes in real time, and they're going to get outrageous results because it's in real time. I don't know how many people have started and quit even 21-day fix, but something about doing it in real time is a difference maker. But Ashley was telling me how being certified, going all in to understand the nutrition program, she's got 15 people that she created her own mini test group. And again, all this stuff is coming around groups. Like whatever format it's in, I just want to emphasize that it's around groups. That's what's special. That's what has the power of you as a coach. I think too often coaches get lost in, I need to sell a challenge pack. I need to sell a thing. The selling is where the money comes from. It is where the commissions come from, but it is the consequence of creating relationships, creating groups where people want to go, I want to get the kind of results that you're talking about. Okay, let's get the tools to do that. You don't lead with, hey, let me sell you the tools. You lead with belief, you lead with results, you lead with other examples, you lead with Autumn and what she's representing to people. Bottom line is, what I'm hoping for your team, because your team has done such an incredible job. Amy, obviously, your results, your performance over these last 7-8 years has just been stunning. And we've learned so much from you about how a coach business can unequivocally represent the importance of fitness, nutrition, and peer support as an ecosystem. And I love how literally unapologetic you are about the value, the prospect of being a coach, and somewhat dogmatic about, like, you want to make something out of this, then let's go. And let's not just talk about it, let's go. And I think that's an important thing for a coach to do. But what I'm hoping you and your team will do is everybody on here, what do we got? We got 63 people on here. Those 63 people, you 63 people represent the prospect of somewhere between 630, that's 10 times 63, and 1,000 people who should be lined up to get Ultimate Portion Fix when it launches on between March 18th and April 1st. Like, this should be a thing that you are like in a sweat ready to go with this so that you've got people who are learning the Portion Fix program, which has been dramatically expanded, and are teed up to then take that and deploy it into 21-day fix real time. And to the extent that people wonder, well, how's this different than 2B Mindset, or how's this different than Portion Fix proper? Couple things. First off, look, 2B Mindset and Ultimate Portion Fix are dealing with the same concepts in general, just from a different mentality. Where 2B Mindset is truly mindset oriented to help people shift their mindset, their approach to food, to shift their relationship with food from purely how does it gratify me, how do I deal with it emotionally, and what are some of the, I would call it, I don't want to say gimmicks, it's a wrong word, but sort of hacks, let's say, to deal with restaurant ordering or late night snacking, ways to avoid derailing your goals. 2B Mindset has done a great job with that. But for many people, what we've seen is that the container system is a discipline that really solves the eating problem and the planning problem for people who don't feel like they are in control with something like 2B Mindset. So they might have had a good experience or even a bad experience with 2B Mindset. They had a bad experience, I hope they got their money back. If they had a good experience, I hope they understand that Ultimate Portion Fix will complement that. But for many people and many of your customers, they need the control of these containers and the systems and time nutrition and the various pathways that have been created, vegan, carb cycling, time nutrition, and so on, to be able to truly get control of food. That's the thing about Ultimate Portion Fix. It is truly getting control of food because of these containers. And you graduate out of the containers eventually because you start to eyeball things. But then when you start to let it go too far, you go, I need to get back to the containers. How do I manage my yellows, my purples, my oranges, and so on? Am I getting enough of these greens? And now it's been expanded. What I think is the biggest breakthrough that is highly, highly marketable is the fact that for all of us parents who have kids that you cannot get vegetables into their mouths, this program will help you do that. This program will help you get, with 75 healthy lunch ideas for your kids, you're going to send your kids off to school now with a lunch that they're going to like because they will be complicit with putting it together, because you're going to be working with them. They get to color in this Eating the Rainbow thing that Autumn has created. And that they're going to eat the food and not trade it for junk. And you're going to know that it is appropriately balanced from a macros standpoint, and so that they're not overeating, but also not undereating, which is so important. This isn't a weight loss program for kids. This is a nutrition program for the family, which is really a first for us. That's the biggest aspect of the expansion of Portion Fix into Ultimate Portion Fix. On one hand, organizing all the components of Portion Fix since the launch 5 years ago, including time nutrition and so on, into one place, all the frequently asked questions, all the variations, Autumn going deep into the science behind it, the psychology behind it, understanding why sugar addiction and processed food, something that is not even your fault. Like, we've just been bombarded with what's been available to us, and this acceptance of factory created food as being something that's okay, and bring in your cupcakes Friday and let's all celebrate every birthday. It's kind of stunning to me, honestly. Little sidebar. And this is I just don't understand how we can look at a society where we have childhood obesity on the increase like so rapidly, and how quickly parents rationalize giving their kids bowls of Skittles. Like, I don't understand how these two things reconcile. Like, I go to my kids' school when the kids were in public school. Now they're homeschooled and Ava's in college. But when they were in school, it's like every function was like a cupcake party. I'm like, do you not see these kids running into trees? Like, they're not climbing the trees, like they're running into them. They are out of control. You can't control the room. You can't get them to learn. And we just keep medicating them to try to calm them down. Maybe we should just dial back the sugar. So I don't get it. That's part of what Autumn's goal is with Ultimate Portion Fix, to help people manage their nutrition for the entire family now. Manage with a 30-day approach rather than a forever approach. That's one of the things that the company has been so successful with, is helping people understand this for the purposes of mastering it with 30 days and creating this overlay for coaches who want to become master coaches, so you no longer have to feel like you're out of your element when you're inviting people to a group, because now you're a master. You got a certificate, certified master coach, and now you stand up and you hold your chest down and you're like, let's go. I'm running this group. I'm owning this business. And okay, I'm speaking a lot. I should maybe have not had my Energize. I'm going on and mixing a lot of things, but the point here is opportunity is off the chain, outrageous. And I look at what the competition is doing. I understand that that we, like, from my perspective, as huge as Transform 20 was, and I'm talking 191,000 people started that program on day one. Massive home run. But why wasn't it 1.9 million? That's the way I look at it. Maybe this is why I don't sleep. I'm looking at Ultimate Portion Fix. We're approaching 20,000 people getting certified in that program. Why is that not 40,000? Don't 40,000 people want to cash flow on this business? Don't 40,000 of our 350,000 coaches want to dominate this business and earn $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month? How do you think you're going to get there? Do you think you're going to get there by watching a wave go by? No, you get there by going all in, leveling your game up at every possible step, and looking at what works. Dive deep into the Success Club system. Start a group. Start a challenge group on the Challenge Tracker app. Make sure that you have got your prospects lined up for March 18th. So when the momentum unleashes on the start of that program, that you are able to say on your social media, oh my God, you guys, I just signed 10 people up today. What's that going to do? What does that do for you having 5, 10 people teed up to buy on March 18th? Then all the people who are sitting on the fence or even on your team going, I wonder if I should get involved in this, go, oh my gosh, this is real. And she's just like me. And she was sitting there yesterday with 0, and she got 10 on Monday, March 18th, because she had them teed up. That's the dynamic that you want to create. You got to show momentum. You got to show that you're all in, and you got to tell your story. How have the containers worked for you? What stories have you witnessed? If you don't have a story yet, cop to it, and then go copy them from my Instagram feed or other feeds and say, look at the results this girl got. I put a post up yesterday. I think this woman, Kim, was like 155 pounds in 16 months. Like, use that story. That was with the containers and 21-day fix. I think she threw a little core de force in there. But use that story and say, I don't have 155 pounds to lose if that's the case, but I sure could lose 20, and here we go into spring and summer. Who wants to do this with me? I'm looking for 10. That's what you do. Borrow the assets, push them out on your social, and invite people to your team. Here's what I need you to do. It's almost noon, and I guess I was supposed to go till noon. But so here's what I need you to do. I need you to 10x your inviting right now. We cannot be sleepy about this. 1.5 million BOD members is fine, but it's unacceptable with 220 million people that we can reach. Each of you should be bringing 10 people to this party in the next 2 or 3 weeks. Like, bring 10 or, like, they're around you. They want to lose the weight. Are you going to sit there and wait for them to ask you about it, or are you going to find out from them what is their goal? Once you find out what their goal is, because you're going to start inviting 25, 40, 50, 100 people a day. You're going to be liking their posts. You know, look, I'm not going to do training here. That Amy, you got that covered. Moira's got that covered. You guys have systems. But everybody, I guarantee you're not inviting 100 people a day. You need to fill the top of that funnel to get to your 10. And once you get to the 10, then you brag about it and you celebrate those 10 people, because they are the agents of change for everybody to witness. And then other people are going to be like, I want to be a part of that steam train that's running. I want to be on that team that's got momentum. Invite 50 people a day, 100 people a day, and you're going to get to your 10 by April 1st. And they're all going to start 21-day fix, and then you're going to repeat that and bring a new group of people as we get prepared for 21-day fix extreme. But you need to always be inviting. You need to believe in what you do so hardcore, so passionately, with this, what I call the golden ticket backstop. Okay? First off, as a master coach, you've got confidence and capability. Even if you're just doing, I don't want to put all the pressure on being certified, but if you approach it with the swagger of somebody certified to be an agent of change in people's health and wellness, people see that belief. They see that confidence. That's what they want to be associated with. That's why Moira and Amy are so darn successful, because they don't pull a single punch and they don't want to waste any time with people who are just pretend getting in shape, pretend making a commitment to improve their lives. They're like, are you in or are you not in? That's the way they approach it, and I love that. I respect it so much. Like, let's go. Moira didn't come into this halfway. She shut down another business and was like, you know what? I can do much better over here, reach more people with this business that it's not capital intensive, but I'm going to do it all the way. She created systems for herself to do it all the way. That's what Amy has done. That's what you have the same capability as Moira and Amy and all our top 10. You just need to invite 10 times as many people per day. Start relationships with people. Start finding out what their goals are, so that then once you have their goals, I'm getting to the golden ticket. Once you have their goal, now it's not a question of money. Because we know what we offer is very cost effective compared to other things that they can do to achieve those goals. Because, by the way, those other things out there, the gym, the personal trainer, the health food, the Nutrisystem type of food hasn't worked for them because they've been alone doing it. They've got you. And the golden ticket, the money back guarantee. That's the backstop. If you're not using the money back guarantee, then you're letting it still be about money. Once you find out what their goal is, they want to lose weight, get in shape, help their family, eat better, and maybe even make some money and get out of debt. If these are the goals, then it's not about the money anymore. It's about what is it going to take to achieve your goals, because you either achieve those goals over the course of the next 30 days or you get your money back. That's why I call it the golden ticket, because if you don't grab the goals that you learn, so that's important. While you're inviting at 10 times the volume that you were inviting before, you're making a note of what are the goals that people say they have. And how do you get those goals? You share your goals. Do a post on social media. Say, drop an emoji below about how you feel right now in terms of achieving your New Year's resolution or achieving your weight loss goals, or how you're going into the spring, how you feel about yourself. This is just one idea. People, not very personal for them to just put an emoji in there. Now you get to follow up with each of those people that put an emoji in there and say, why'd you use that? You don't follow up in the comments, because now it becomes a personal conversation. You follow up with, you like the comment, you send them a direct message. Why'd you put the frowning emoji? What can I do to help you achieve your goals? You start the conversation, get their goal. Once you have their goal, you say, let's do it. You got to step up, and I've got a money back guarantee that's going to not make it about the money for you, because you either achieve that goal or you get your money back. That's why it's the golden ticket. Get the goal, use the money back guarantee. Now, what I'm asking you is to commit today to do the work to hustle like a winner hustles. Catch the wave now. Don't wait till Monday. Build the momentum now to get your 10 people. That's my expectation of you. So what do we got? 64 people. I'm one of them. So 63 people, I'm expecting 630 ultimate portion fix challenge pack transactions out of this little group. And you're going to pay this forward and make sure that the 1,000 or so people who are part of your team are also signed on for that. This isn't pretend time. You either want something out of this or you're pretending. If you're pretending, I don't care. It was nice talking to you. The people who are in this to help people, to achieve goals, and to do something great, we need to go from 1.5 million subscribers to 15 million subscribers. We need to go from 350,000 coaches to 3.5 million coaches. You, on your team, need to go from whatever rank you are to diamond, star diamond, next business center, whatever the level up is. Set a higher goal for yourself. Have a higher expectation of yourself. And for God's sake, use the time that you've got to do something with this powerful business to take advantage of it for yourself and for your family. No more pretend, no more waiting. Don't sit in the water and watch the waves go by. This is your wave. Go get it. I'm done. Mic's dropped. I got to go. Did I answer the questions? I didn't watch the questions go by.
Thank you, Carl. It's fine. These are questions they can find elsewhere as well. Don't want to take your precious time. Thank you so much for being on. I know that they're going to go ride that wave. It's my birthday month. It's March. It's like the last month of the quarter. We've got a lot of work to do. The year has just begun, and I know that Set Your Soul on Fire and Soul Warriors and Inspire Tribe and all the teams that are within the team, I know that everybody is setting out to make this their best year yet. I know 2018 ended with a lot of people with goals that they didn't hit, and they are going to go after them this year, and we're going to make you proud. Right, guys? We're going to make Carl proud.
Awesome.
Help lots of people. Have a great day.
All right, go get them. Monday's a big day. Invite like nuts. Use that money back guarantee, but seriously, come out swinging, guys. You got this. Talk to you later.
Bye.
See ya.